Did he just get struck by lightning?
Got me stuck, can't give it up. Back in reality, stop to clarity, stop the distraction, regain some traction. Is it hypnotic, so iconic? Got me stuck, can't give it up. Back in reality, stop to clarity, stop the distraction, the distraction.
Better be good, or you're gonna have to deal with me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Summer Thunder. I am so excited to play this. I've heard it's a musical visual novel adventure, and y'all know me, I love musicals. Who else is going to go see Wicked for good later on this year? I know I am. So hopefully this will hold me over. So without further ado, let's get started.
The springtime weather in the East Coast area of the U.S. is usually pleasant, so Cody Higgins rarely used his car.
Ooh, y'all know I love voice acting.
As he typically did on Sunday mornings, Cody walked down the street. Then across the park to his office building to visit the gym for a long workout. After his workout, Cody walked through the park on his way to the juice bar. He stared up at the ominous, strangely purple storm brewing overhead. He could see unusual, vibrant, dark purple flashes up in the clouds. Suddenly,
Did he just get struck by lightning? Oh.
By God.
a well-dressed man rushed forward.
Are you alive, sir? Are you conscious, sir?
Maybe.
Hold still, sir.
Cody felt some sort of heavy cloth draping over him as he tried to sit up. His muscles resisted moving and thrummed with throbbing pain from the effort.
Now, just lie back. Take a moment to clear your head.
So this man just got struck by lightning. I've almost been struck by lightning before. Fun fact.
Cody finally managed to open his eyes and keep them open.
Can you speak now? Are you seriously injured?
Cody tried to answer, but his voice fell out in a strangled sort of wheeze. He shook his head to reply no about injury.
Lie still and collect yourself then. I am Banks. Jarvis Banks, good sir.
Cody. I'm Cody.
Cody? That's quite an unusual name, Mr. Cody.
How is Cody an unusual name?
No, that's my first name. I'm Cody Higgins.
As the throbbing in his head eased, Cody tried to sit up again.
I dare say. What cruel parents to burden one with such a name. Just move slowly, Mr. Higgins. Perhaps we should summon a physician.
What is wrong with the name Cody, Jarvis? I'm confused.
Physician?
Cody puzzled at the man's strange choice of words. His head still felt all mushy, leaving everything off balance. As Cody sat up, he realized that he was draped in some sort of trench coat, probably Jarvis's.
Yes, a physician can verify that you bear no serious injuries from the ordeal.
Cody glanced around the city park. In a way he couldn't quite put his finger on, it seemed to be not quite right. The strange purple storm had suddenly vanished, leaving behind a nice, sunny day.
What ordeal?
Goodness, Mr. Higgins, do you not recall? Why, the lightning, of course. I saw the flash and turned to see you slumped, to the ground when the thunderous noise struck. It was such a frightful sight, I feared I would find you dead.
Cody probed his memory for some reason why he would be in the park in the middle of the day. He did recall going to the gym in his office building earlier that morning. Yes, today was Sunday, so he'd gone in for a workout, but after that, he what? Cody couldn't collect his memories of the events after leaving the building.
I don't remember what happened.
Don't strain yourself then. Let's rest a bit. Are you in any pain?
Jarvis looked over at Cody's arm. Cody glanced down to his wrist and saw the large, reddened patch of skin starting to blister, like a bad sunburn.
Not really, at least not yet.
We should be thankful for that much at least. It does appear most of your clothing was destroyed.
Oh my.
Leaving only your undergarments.
Cody looked under the trench coat. His t-shirt and cargo shorts did look a bit singed, but they appeared to be intact, so Jarvis's comment left him confused. He looked closely at Jarvis. His forest green costume of an old-fashioned three-piece suit made from some sort of wool looked too formal for such a warm spring day. Jarvis must be on his way to a wedding, or cosplay, or something, Cody guessed.
You may wear my coat until you can return home and dress yourself again. The coat won't cause as much of a scandal, I venture.
With growing awareness, Cody noticed how quiet the world seemed. Faint clickety-clacks and an indistinct youngster's shouting voice were the only sounds around him. A sudden, strange chill slithered through him. Cody took a deep breath and looked around again. The park itself didn't seem different, but the city around him was gone.
Kind of lightning was that?
Not gone, exactly. The brownstones along Pembroke Avenue were still there, looking somehow shiny and new. But the corner tower, the Lentura building, hell, all of the tall buildings were missing. Taking a closer look at the avenue, Cody didn't see any cars or trucks at all. Instead, horses and carriages flowed along the road.
What the fuck?
Jarvis gave Cody a stern look.
Sir, I can make some allowance for your recent trauma, but please refrain from such coarse language in the future.
Oh, sorry.
Cody studied over Jarvis again, noting his strange bushy sideburns, and he also noticed the slight wear on the cuffs of Jarvis's suit. This wasn't some costume to be worn occasionally. In fact, Jarvis seemed quite comfortable in the green garb. Light laughter floating up from the direction of the street drew Cody's attention.
And this is how it ends. And this is how it ends.
Okay, so what should I say? Something very strange is happening in the timeline. I'm just a bit turned around and ended up in a costume cosplay. I need to sit and clear my head. This can't be real.
I'm seeing things.
And so.
3 women in long dresses were looking toward him. These ladies must be more reenactment actors.
What did you say?
Oh,
We should get you home before you draw too much more attention. Can you stand?
I think.
Jarvis offered his hand to help pull Cody up. Then he helped Cody quickly slip into the trench coat.
Where do you reside?
Just off MLK.
Jarvis looked puzzled.
Oh, Lord.
Where again?
Martin Luther King Boulevard, a few blocks from here.
That doesn't exist yet.
Realizing that he was barefoot, Cody glanced around, but didn't see his flip-flops anywhere in the grass. Jarvis looked at him with a puzzled frown.
Is how it ends.
I fear you may be more adult than we thought. There is no such street here in Waldenburg. Perhaps you are traveling.
Cody felt that spooky chill again.
This would be so unnerving.
Yeah. I'm traveling, I guess.
Then where are you boarding?
Cody squinted, not knowing how to answer.
I'm just a bit turned around, ended up in a historical reenactment.
This isn't his Waldenburg. At least, not yet anyway. That lightning had somehow pushed him backwards in time. This was such an impossible situation, but the nagging cold of reality can't be ignored. This is no cosplay.
I dwell just down there.
Okay.
Jarvis pointed to one of the brownstones on Pembroke.
Let's get you indoors while we sort out this situation.
Okay.
Cody followed closely behind Jarvis down to the street.
Cody looks so
He
silly.
kept his eyes focused on Jarvis's back, trying to ignore the unfamiliar sights around him. As they neared the dirty ditch beside the street, Cody flinched when the stench of manure and waste clawed its way up his nose.
Oh.
How does Jarvis not notice this horrible stink?
Overly conscious of his bare feet, Cody carefully navigated across the bricked street to avoid the horse dung scattered around. As they stepped onto the curb, Cody glanced up and noticed that the street lamp didn't have a light bulb inside. So it must be fueled by natural gas. From what Cody recalled of history, then it must be at least 1800, or there wouldn't be street lamps at all. After Jarvis unlocked the door to his building, he ushered Cody inside.
Welcome to my home.
Can I just say, I need to interrupt for a second. I'm not speaking a lot because I'm like really into what's going on. The attention to detail is it's so good. Because one thing that would always bother me about like time travel stuff is, don't you know how badly it would be stinking? And the fact that Cody is just like, how does he not notice the stench? Like, it would be stinking. That'd be the first thing you would notice, how much it stank. Because people did not bathe like that. Hygiene products were not what they normally were. So they became, they're used to the smell. So they don't know how much it stank. So the attention to detail is just, it's phenomenal.
After a brief pause to remove his shoes, Jarvis led Cody to the kitchen.
This seems like a nice house. How long have you lived here?
Jarvis pumped water from the sink into a basin.
You must be feeling better. I do believe this is the first complete sentence you've spoken.
Yeah, a bit better.
Jarvis retrieved a hand towel from the cabinet, then brought the basin of water to the table.
Take off the trench and sit yourself. Let's take a look at the blisters.
Why he say it like
Jarvis
that?
dabbed at the reddened mark on Cody's jaw with a moistened towel.
To answer your question, I've resided here since the building was completed less than a year ago.
Jarvis brushed aside Cody's brown, wavy locks, using the towel to wipe away the dirt and grass along his forehead and left temple. Jarvis tried not to gaze too much into Cody's deep blue eyes, or notice how cherubic he looked.
Mr. Higgins, may I inquire your age?
Cody could be totally honest.
I'm 32 and I own it.
Ah, I see. And what's your great secret for having that remarkably unblemished skin at such a mature age?
No secret, just clean living, I guess.
With the mention of unblemished skin, Cody took a closer look at the rough, pockmarked scars on Jarvis's cheeks. visible just above his beard line. Jarvis must have had terribly bad acne in his youth.
How old are you?
I'm only 26. So, you are my senior, Mr. Higgins.
Just call me Cody, or even hey you. That Mr. stuff is getting irritating.
Jarvis blanched momentarily from the casual attitude.
Fine. Then, Cody, put your hand on the table.
As Jarvis carefully examined the blistering burn above his wrist, Cody glanced around the kitchen for some hint of what the current date might be. He was surrounded by hints of the garish patterns of the Victorian period, but he did also notice more modern touches, like the simple pull knobs on the cabinets, and the more plain arts and crafts style of the table where they sat.
I just noticed he has a Trader Joe's
Yet
shirt
the
on.
old tech hand pump faucet at the kitchen sink was a glaring reminder that modern plumbing wasn't in use yet. Cody's rough guess to the current year was somewhere around 1900.
This doesn't appear too extensive. Not much worse than a kitchen burn. We can salve and bandage it.
Jarvis scrutinized Cody's t-shirt for a moment.
That undershirt is of such delicate weave. Is it some sort of silk?
He really want to take that shirt
No,
off him.
just cotton.
Cody caught himself before saying polyester blend. He
Oh.
didn't think synthetic fabrics had been invented before 1900. Jarvis looked at Cody with a suspicious stare.
Oh, just cotton. And hand-painted by Trader Joe.
No, not even close.
Jarvis stared at Cody with even more suspicion.
It seems peculiar one would go to such lavish lengths to decorate a mere undershirt. Are you a wealthy man, Mr. Cody?
Cody shook his head fiercely.
No, not even close.
Jarvis continued to study Cody. Cody tried to think of a question to steer away Jarvis's intense attention.
Let's be flirty.
A quick hint of fear flashed on Jarvis's face.
Yes, I do. I am a bachelor.
Jarvis hesitated.
A confirmed bachelor, some might say.
Cody grinned and flicked an eyebrow.
Oh, really? Is that your way of coming on to me?
Jarvis's face quickly went stoic.
I must confess, I don't know that expression. What do you mean by coming on to?
Cody paused to take a breath. Despite however handsome and available Jarvis might be, he shouldn't just blunder ahead, since he could very well be mucking around with the forces of time itself. Cody's actions needed careful consideration.
You said something about salves and bandages a minute ago?
Jarvis jumped up quickly.
Yes, quite right. Excuse me while I retrieve them from the powder room.
Jarvis rushed out of the kitchen. Resigning himself to the fact that some sort of time travel had occurred, Cody was still left with the big question of what to do about it. Since such a random act of nature had brought him here in the first place, it left the likely possibility that he was permanently stuck here. How much right did Cody have to muck around with the past events?
Why care? Jarvis is kind of hot, so just go after him. Don't know enough history to even know if I am changing anything, so why worry about it? Need to be very careful. The butterfly effect is real. Oh, I kind of want to go after Jarvis. Let's go after Jarvis.
Jarvis soon returned with a short glass jar of goop and a rolled up strip of cotton bandage. He briefly lingered in the doorway. seemingly admiring Cody's bare legs.
Oh.
Jarvis cleared his throat as he sat. Jarvis gently smeared some of the yellow goop onto the burn.
This will soothe the burn, if nothing else.
Thank you for this. I doubt many would have bothered to rescue me.
Jarvis glanced over briefly and curtly nodded in reply as he began wrapping the bandage around Cody's wrist.
I am not a nurse, so this is not the best work, but it should hold in place for a few hours.
Cody watched as Jarvis sat down on the other stool. He squirmed uncomfortably, not meeting Cody's gaze.
About the bachelor stuff, it's really...
Not a problem. I don't find women attractive either. Fine, I'm actually that way myself. Very interesting. I would be down for that. Let's say I don't find women attractive either.
Not a problem. I don't find women attractive either.
Jarvis did smile slightly, but his overall concern still remained.
That is all well and good, but I do have the distinct impression that you are using that as a ploy to distract me.
Jarvis finally met Cody's gaze with a stern stare, daring Cody to contradict him.
What do you think I'm trying to distract you from?
These queer notions percolating in my head, most likely.
What notions?
Jarvis took a deep breath.
You, sir, seem to have dropped from the sky, arriving from an altogether different place, as if summoned by a lightning bolt of dark purple. During a bright, clear morning, I had glanced up at the rise not a moment before, and you hadn't been standing there.
Cody paused.
Okay then, let's say I did just drop from the sky. From where?
Jarvis chuckled as he made a hand flourish at Cody without meeting his eyes.
Your clothing and speech definitely suggest someplace, not local.
But where?
Jarvis gave a smirk.
Where? Mr. Higgins, I'm wondering if it isn't more a question of when. I'm not aware of any culture on Earth, either now or in the past, that would explain the way you dress and speak.
Cody grinned.
You seem very open-minded.
I have read H.G. Wells' recent story, the one about time travel, although I never considered it more than just interesting fiction.
Jarvis seemed to trail off into his thoughts as he stared at the tabletop.
What's today's date?
April 24th, 1898.
Damn.
Jarvis glanced over hesitantly.
And what was the date that you departed from?
I should be careful about too many details, but more than 100 years.
A century? A century? And this strong musculature and minimal clothing style will be common in the future?
Musculature? I'm not even really built.
I knew they were going to comment on that.
But by today's standards, you are quite built, as you put it. Far beyond what standard calisthenics can achieve. How is that done?
With workout machines that have weights to increase the muscle resistance.
Jarvis studied Cody's face.
And from your lack of pox and measles scars, I can assume a cure is found.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly, but vaccines end up preventing most diseases.
I see. So Pasteur's work does revolutionize medicine, as many are predicting.
I should be careful about saying too much.
The glint in Jarvis's eyes dimmed slightly, but he nodded in agreement. After a moment, though, Jarvis broke into a wide grin.
This is all assuming, of course, that you have some kind of proof to substantiate this wild yarn.
Proof? I don't know.
Jarvis looked disappointed.
I did notice the bulge of items in your pants.
Oh.
Surely there would be no harm in displaying the contents of your pockets.
After sticking his hand into his pocket, Cody hesitated when he felt the thin, hard plastic of his phone.
Should Cody be worried about the timeline? I'll say no, because I really want to know what happens. I mean, yeah, let's just say no. Let's show him the phone.
Cody still hesitated. Even if the electrical surge from the lightning hadn't destroyed it, he knew the phone would still be useless, since it would have no cell towers or satellites to connect with. Cody withdrew the slim black phone from his pocket, along with his keys and other items, then set them on the table. Jarvis's eyes immediately lit up.
And what is that?
Jarvis nearly salivated with excitement as he reached out to the phone. Having second thoughts, Cody slapped his hand on top of the phone before Jarvis could reach it.
Wait, you never told me what kind of work you do.
What difference should that make?
A lot of difference. I probably shouldn't tell you all this depending...
Jarvis tried to look more demure.
And if I told you I was an accountant, would you let me see it more closely?
Cody smiled tightly.
But you'd be lying if you said that, wouldn't you? An accountant wouldn't pop a boner over something like this.
Ooh.
What exactly does pop a boner mean?
It's an expression about getting an erection.
Jarvis snickered.
An interesting euphemism. Yet, I think that, once again, you're trying to distract me.
Giving up on the device for a moment, Jarvis turned his attention to the other items on the table. He ignored the wallet and picked up the keyring. The metal keys seemed to be of no interest, probably being similar in any time period. Instead, Jarvis examined the flat plastic charm advertising the restaurant Cody had worked at years ago. Jarvis bent the material between his fingers and watched it flex back into a flat shape. He then bit on it.
What remarkable material is this? Some sort of compressed waterproof paper?
You still haven't answered me about what you do.
I do work as a small business accountant in my sister's clothing shop for 3 days of the week.
And what about the other days?
Jarvis sighed as he put down the keyring.
I have been known to tinker a bit.
He
Tinker
picked up
with
the
what?
wallet and opened it, looking at the driver's license displayed in the clear plastic window.
Which is what you fear, I imagine, that I would use this knowledge to my own ends.
Define tinker.
I dabble with mechanics, steam contraptions mostly. I am fascinated by the notion of horseless carriages and other vehicles. Speaking of which, where's your vehicle? I'm assuming that this document, this license, refers to your time vehicle.
No, that's just for my car. Automobile. I don't have a time machine.
Jarvis scowled slightly at Cody.
Seriously, I don't have a time machine. I'm stuck here. I arrived here just as you saw. I was walking across the park in a bad thunderstorm and was struck by lightning.
Jarvis peered closely at him.
You say it truly was the lightning.
Believe me, I wish I had a machine. Short of hanging around the park hoping to get struck again, I don't have a way back. And what are the odds of that?
Softening his gaze, Jarvis frowned.
And you are stuck here, left in this barbaric past.
I never said barbaric. It doesn't seem all that bad.
Jarvis quietly studied him.
Since I'm left to rely on the kindness of strangers, I couldn't have gotten much luckier, I don't think. You haven't even seem to blink at such an outrageous idea.
There is no point in arguing against the obvious conclusion of facts.
Jarvis paused.
You think that I'm kind?
Yes, I do.
Cody picked up the keyring by the bright yellow charm.
And to answer your question, this is called plastic. It's a synthetic, created through some chemical process that solidifies crude oil.
Solidified crude? How remarkable. How remarkable. That process sounds similar to creating celluloid, but this material is much stronger and more colorful. How is it done?
I'm not a chemist, so I couldn't tell you, but even if I did know, that's probably the sort of detail I shouldn't share.
Quite right.
Jarvis paused as he glanced at the bills in the wallet.
Let me ask, if you are not a tinkerer nor a chemist, what is your work?
Artist.
Really now? As in oil paints and watercolors?
Cody struggled with how to describe a computer graphics artist.
No, not much experience with paint. More like sketching, doing bold images for things like advertisements.
Pictures in advertisements? How queer.
Your newspapers don't have ad pictures?
Jarvis left the kitchen. Cody tried not to scratch at the bandage when the burn started itching. A moment later, Jarvis returned with that day's newspaper. He handed it to Cody. Cody looked over the page and saw nothing but columns of text. The masthead at the top didn't even have a logo.
That's crazy.
I guess newspapers haven't advanced yet. There must be some improvement in printing tech that allows for pictures.
So, there are printing advances in the future.
With a chuckle, Cody patted Jarvis's hand.
You have no idea.
Like what?
Cody thought a moment about how best to answer.
Right now, this is like a huge fulcrum point in time. Electricity is just getting started, and it will create a whole new foundation for everything. Disciplines and sciences that have been distinct will start merging and collaborating in ways you can't even imagine.
Jarvis looked skeptical.
I have a very good imagination.
Cody smirked.
Oh, really?
Cody tapped his fingers on top of the phone as he flashed a grin. He slid the phone across the table to Jarvis.
Here then, if your imagination is so great, look at this and tell me what it is.
A challenge! How delicious!
Jarvis ran his fingers along the smooth, gray surface, pausing briefly at the smiley face-looking logo before turning his attention to the sides.
This is more of that future plastic.
Yes.
Jarvis studied the sides, fingering the small USB power port. When his attention wandered to the top edge, he found the power button and pushed it.
There's some
Cody
cell
shrugged.
phone files.
I'm sure the lightning surge destroyed it.
Jarvis frowned.
I must confess, you have bested me, Cody. What is the purpose of this device?
It's a phone.
Phone. As in a telephone?
Cody nodded.
I see a hole where the cord might attach, yet it has no rotor. How do you dial it?
When it works right, buttons that can be pressed appear on that gray screen.
Jarvis frowned and shook his head.
And my imagination has indeed failed me.
No, it hasn't failed. At least you found the power button. You're looking at over 100 years of tech advances that led up to that device. The floods of new tech can be difficult to predict.
Floods?
Jarvis repeated the word as he pondered.
And what other floods await? Does the United States still exist?
Yeah.
Yes, and bigger. Is Oklahoma a state yet?
No, but there has been discussion. Utah was the last state admitted.
Jarvis picked up the phone to study it again.
What other floods?
Besides tech, many social changes are already starting right now.
I just noticed Cody is really calm about this.
Such as?
Like the WEVA for one, Women's Equal Voting Act.
Women? Women? Equal? There's no such movement for that.
Oh yes there is. It's still kind of quiet and underground, but ever since women were allowed on the battlefield in the Civil War, as nurses and cooks and such, they've had a taste of something like true equality, and it's already started an attitude shift in women.
Jarvis still showed doubt on his face. Cody took a breath to reorganize his thoughts.
Unlike tech changes, which can happen suddenly, like a flood from a burst dam, social changes are more like a rainstorm flood. They start with just one or two drips of water that probably go unnoticed. Then, another drip, and drip, 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 until enough water builds up to start the flood.
Ah, I see. Such as the few bold women now wearing slacks. That is another one of those drips?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it will eventually lead up to the women voting and gaining other legal standings in 1968 when the WEVA passes.
That won't be soon enough for my sister, though. Susan often complains of feeling that her hands are tied when it comes to business dealings. And she hates the necessity of bringing her husband to handle most situations regarding her shop. Technically, John owns the shop.
Jarvis's gaze turned more serious.
Then, what of bachelors?
Bachelor.
Cody smiled.
Much better than I suspect it is now. Same-sex marriage is recognized, so most of us live openly now. Although, some of the religious nuts still have their butts on fire about it. But most people are pretty much live and let live.
Butts on fire. Your expressions are quite humorous at times.
I'm not even trying to be funny. How exactly are things right now? Is it an unspoken secret?
Society tries to be quietly polite about it. After a man reaches a certain age without marrying, and he isn't a philanderer, people will suspect. But it shouldn't ever be mentioned, especially in mixed company.
Oh, kind of a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Yes, that sounds like a way to describe it.
The military went through a phase of that in the 1940s. Then they finally just gave up and let us serve openly.
You keep using the term openly. What exactly does that mean?
That we admire and date other men without hiding it. We touch and hold hands on the street, introduce a guy as our boyfriend or husband if that's what he is. You know, just everything out in the open with no secrets.
Jarvis's expression soured.
I'm afraid that you will miss that greatly.
I don't have to miss everything though. You guys still have sex, right?
I'm not sure if our definition of sex and yours would be the same.
What are y'all doing?
Cody paused to think of the right words to use, trying to sound like a college textbook.
What are y'all doing together?
Sex? As in mutual penile stimulation of one form or another that results in orgasmic ejaculation for both parties?
That certainly sounds like my definition, yet I can't speak for other bachelors.
I was about to say, what y'all in here doing? Let's see. And who said I cared about other bachelors?
Jarvis turned to stare at the sink as he cleared his throat uncomfortably.
Right then, I venture we should make some arrangements now, considering your situation.
Jarvis tried to hide the fact that the notion of sheltering Cody felt both terrifying and exciting.
Right. The little cash in my wallet is probably useless. But why the sudden cold shoulder? Do you already have a boyfriend?
No, it seems I did not explain the situation clearly enough. Men of our predilection can't have such things. We simply find and rapidly grab what occasional relief we safely can while avoiding detection.
So y'all do sneak and
Really?
runs.
No conversation? Or date? Or romance? Just quickie nameless sex all the time? I'm not settling for that.
You must. There's no choice.
Oh, fuck that. There's always a choice, dude. You make a choice by lying down and accepting their restrictions.
Jarvis blanched.
That is quite enough harsh language, Mr. Higgins.
Bullshit. It's not enough language. You need to just fuck that shit.
Oh.
Piss all over it and just tell those nosy cocks and cunts to mind their own fucking business.
Cody watched Jarvis clench his jaw and turn even more red with each curse he spat out.
So I'm a
And
gentleman.
quit calling me mister.
Jarvis huffed, as though he were about to stand and storm out of the kitchen. Yet he didn't. When Jarvis relaxed a bit, he strongly spat out.
You confound me. I'm torn between the notion of punching you or kissing you.
Oh?
I'd prefer the kiss.
As you made quite apparently clear.
Cody smiled.
So you did notice that I was flirting with you. Maybe you aren't hopeless.
Jarvis let out a big sigh.
But I fear that you may be, Cody. I can't, in all good conscience, let you out onto the street. I doubt you could reach the corner without creating some scandal or another, or getting arrested.
Jarvis leaned forward and pointed his finger at Cody.
Those attitudes and your temper are bound to stir controversy, to your utter detriment.
Don't worry, I'm not that stupid. I can behave myself in public.
Let's hope so.
But you need to loosen up, at least a little. You're wound up tighter than a Swiss watch. You can say the word homosexual without the sky falling down.
We aren't discussing me. My future is not the one at stake.
Alright then, I guess I should put together a plan. Where to start?
The most pressing matter, I would think, is your lack of clothing. You will also need to consider employment. Have you any skills besides the art?
What's wrong with art?
You should avoid the stigma of a bohemian.
Oh
You
my.
will have enough to concern yourself over without adding that smear to your list.
I have some music talent, but that's probably just as bohemian. I probably do have other skills, but I'm not familiar enough with how things work to know what's useful or marketable.
Then, let us tend to the first matter at least.
Jarvis stood.
Follow me upstairs.
Cody followed Jarvis through the house.
Very doubtful any of my clothing will fit, but we can look.
Jarvis opened the wardrobe and sorted through the jackets.
This one is loose on me. It may fit your ample chest.
Oh, ample chest.
Cody shook his head as he tried to slip on the coat. The shoulders were too tight to even get it over his arms.
Did you pick out these colors yourself?
Yes,
Jarvis helped remove the strangling coat from Cody.
my brother-in-law, John Reynolds, is larger than I am. Maybe we can temporarily borrow a suit from him.
Cody peered inside the wardrobe a moment.
These colors are all wrong for you. You could use a good makeover.
Wrong. Wrong. How so?
That forest green and brown tie you're wearing is too winter of a color and washes out your beautiful eyes and leaves you looking pale. This autumny purple will make your lighter skin tone look jaundiced.
Cody sorted through more jackets in the wardrobe.
Another winter, and this one, a summer, will make your skin look unnaturally pink. You need spring colors, more genuine pastel tones.
Jarvis laughed heartily, then gave a teasing smile.
Yet, I was so concerned that you may come off as a bohemian.
Cody stuck his tongue out at Jarvis.
Just calling it as I see it.
I shall dispatch a post to my sister and have a suit of John's brought over to at least get you dressed.
Jarvis tentatively reached out and touched Cody's bare arm.
Oh.
That outfit would barely be acceptable for the beach. Don't do it all in town.
The beach?
Cody reached out and teased his finger through Jarvis's mutton chop sideburn.
Oh.
These will take some getting used to.
Men of the future don't have facial hair?
No, we do.
Most stay clean shaven, or even have a hint of scruff, and goatees are a bit popular, but waning.
Yes, yes, I see. I should send that post.
Jarvis abruptly pulled away and left the bedroom. Cody followed Jarvis downstairs and saw him busy scribbling out a note. Jarvis sealed up the note, then went to the front door and opened it wide.
Boy, you.
Jarvis held up the envelope and a silver coin for someone to see.
Deliver this just around the corner. If you wait and return right away with another package, I have a tip.
Jarvis opened his other hand to reveal a gold coin in his palm.
Yes, sir! Right away!
The boy scurried off with excitement.
It shouldn't take long. We can wait here, in the parlor.
Jarvis motioned for Cody to sit on the settee. Then he sat at the
What is a
opposite side.
settee?
I really do appreciate all this effort. Thank you.
Jarvis shrugged with a playful smile.
What else does one do with someone who has fallen from the sky?
Jarvis glanced over, looking at Cody's bare legs.
Oh my.
Ads! I forgot your filthy feet.
Jarvis hurried away, then returned from the kitchen with the basin of water and another towel. Jarvis knelt down, wetted a corner of the towel, then scrubbed at Cody's feet.
That water's cold.
Too much so? I can warm it on the stove, but it will take a few minutes.
Nah, not worth the trouble, since you're almost done.
Cody watched Jarvis wash his feet.
I could have done that myself, you know.
I know, but you are my guest.
Jarvis picked up the other end of the towel and began drying each foot.
Your feet are so soft and callus-free. Do you walk on clouds in the future?
No, he has shoes.
Cody chuckled.
I'm not an angel, more like a devil, maybe.
And socks.
That I can believe.
Jarvis allowed his hand to venture up and lightly massage Cody's strong calf.
And that may be what I fear most.
You're afraid of me? Why?
Jarvis suddenly released Cody's calf.
Because
Jarvis grabbed up the bowl and towel, then rushed back to the kitchen before saying more. Cody followed after Jarvis.
Why are you afraid of me?
Jarvis turned after he dumped the bowl into the sink, but wouldn't meet Cody's gaze.
Because, as I have explained, you offer what cannot be had.
Cody shook his head in confusion.
Because I'm not some nameless dude you grabbed off the street?
Ooh.
Jarvis bristled.
I would never, ever bring one of those into my home.
One of what? One of those
Oh,
Those pansies, or whatever the hell name you guys use right now?
Jarvis glared at Cody.
You do know how hypocritical.
A knock at the front door interrupted them. Jarvis walked past Cody to answer. When Jarvis returned, he thrust a dark brown suit, still on hangers, at Cody.
Change in the powder room.
not the powder room, baby.
Cody took the suit, then Jarvis left the kitchen again. Glancing down, Cody saw all of his stuff still laid out on the table. He gathered up the items and stuffed them back into his pockets. Then Cody followed Jarvis to the parlor. Jarvis stood at the little desk, seemingly in a quandary over something. He kept his back to Cody.
And where's the powder room?
Down the hall, past the stairs.
Jarvis answered briskly without turning around. Inside the small room, Cody didn't find a toilet as he expected. Only a counter with a mirror, many hair products, and 2 powdered wigs. He quickly changed into the ill-fitting suit. The coat ballooned out rather baggy around the abdomen area. John must have a full-sized belly. Cody wasn't sure about the frilly cream-dotted ascot, but he tried to tie it anyway. After a glance in the mirror, he returned to the parlor.
Oh, shoes. How thoughtless of me. Come back upstairs.
A few moments later, when Cody was fully dressed, Jarvis escorted him outside. Once they reached the corner, a glance up at the street sign showed Olympia. Cody had known this street as Kennedy Avenue. Glancing around the shop, Cody noticed that just like modern times, about 80% of the floor space was dedicated to women's fashion, and only a small portion in the back corner catered to men's needs.
Good afternoon, Mr. Banks. A pleasure to see you as always.
Mm.
Why are you not using the office entrance?
Oh.
Because my friend is in need of some service. This is Mr. Higgins. Due to an unfortunate incident during his travels, he is in dire need of a new suit.
Martin tisked as he gazed up and down at Cody.
Yes, that just won't do at all. Such a terrible fit.
Martin pointed Cody toward a counter near a coat rack.
Remove the jacket, please. Let's get some measurements and find something more appropriate.
Martin's eyes seemed to snag on Cody's arms as he removed the jacket.
Is Mrs. Reynolds here?
Martin shook his head.
You know that sister of yours. She's off at some tea committee with one of her causes. Horse turds on the sidewalk, I think, is the latest calamity.
Cody's chest must have been stubborn, for Martin had to measure it twice, running his fingers along the edge of the tape. And lightly across Cody's chest the second time.
Oh?
Such a manly chest. This will have to be smartly tailored to get any kind of decent fit.
I trust you can work your usual magic.
I will try my best, Mr. Banks.
Martin cradled Cody's arm, then led him to the rack of men's suit coats.
Try this one. It should fit at the top.
Cody winced at the dark olive color.
No, this color's too autumn for me. Maybe the charcoal?
Martin scowled.
Just try it on for the fit.
Cody complied, pleased that the coat did fit his shoulders and chest nicely.
What do you mean by too autumn?
The 4-season palette? I do best with summer colors.
As Martin fidgeted with the fabric, gathering it here and there to tighten the fit, his hand brushed along Cody's butt several times.
Mm-hmm.
Season palette? Explain this to me, Mr. Higgins.
Cody realized he must have made a huge error. If this clothier had never heard of the 4-season palette, The idea must be much more modern than Cody had thought. He looked over at Martin's expectant expression, then decided it was probably a trivial slip.
It's the idea that people fall into 4 basic tone values, and once you know a person's tone, you just pick colors from that particular season palette.
Martin's eyes sparkled as he motioned to the rack of coats.
I see. And you say that you are a summer. Please pick out the colors of the summer palette.
Sure thing.
Cody pulled out the charcoal, a navy, and a rich burgundy. Martin glanced back and forth between the colored coats and Cody, like he was making mental notes. Then he looked over at Jarvis.
And Mr. Banks is not a summer.
No, he's a spring.
Cody pulled out the honey, lilac, camel, and turquoise coats.
Springs are the true pastels.
Martin grabbed the turquoise coat
He is
and
an
held it up
artist.
in front of Jarvis.
I do see. What a remarkable difference. How it brings him to life and makes his eyes glow.
Martin did a hand flourish over himself.
And I am another season?
Cody noted his Mediterranean skin with black hair and dark brown eyes.
Winter. You will look best in more icy colors.
Cody glanced back to Jarvis.
While we're here, do you think we could get Mr. Banks out of that horrid forest green?
Let us see.
Martin pulled a light-colored suit from the rack.
Pastel, correct? Then this should do.
He handed the suit toward Jarvis.
We are not here for me. Please attend to Mr. Higgins.
Dear Mr. Banks, you're always so stubborn.
Martin held out the suit until Jarvis finally took it. Martin turned back to Cody, glancing over his body again.
Now then, let's get you out of those pants and into a better fit.
Displaying great talent for speed sewing, Martin had both men dressed in new suits of perfect fit in less than an hour. Cody grinned as he admired his new suit in the mirror.
This is fantastic work. Thank you, Martin.
Martin smiled back slightly, but seemed to be holding something back. He glanced over at Jarvis without speaking, as though Martin feared breaking some kind of decorum.
Oh.
Before Cody could press him into spilling, the jangle of the bell over the shop door interrupted. A vibrant woman sashayed into the shop.
Not sashayed.
My dear Jarvis, I thought you were attending to other business today.
Martin darted behind the counter, then busied himself, putting away the sewing notions.
I am. This is my traveling friend, Mr. Cody Higgins.
Jarvis turned to Cody.
And this is my sister, Mrs. Susan Reynolds.
Susan crinkled her nose.
Cody? And what might that be a nickname for?
Cody actually was his birth name, but he didn't think that answer would fit the time period and satisfy Susan, so he had to make something up.
Coderick?
My, that sounds rather Welsh?
Yes, Welsh it is.
I see. And this is the man that had need of my husband's suit this morning?
The very one. His clothes were in rather a state when he arrived. We were just seeing to some tailoring.
As though she knew he was fibbing, Susan gave a suspicious look at Jarvis before a quiet sigh.
Well then, I should attend to details in the office. Martin seems to have things in hand.
Cody looked back over to Martin to see what he might have to say, but saw the man busily trying to look invisible. Dismissively, Susan stepped behind a curtained doorway and disappeared. Martin motioned for Cody to come to the counter. He spoke in a quiet voice.
I enjoy a cocktail at Noah's Nook every evening. if you happen to find yourself in need of a drink.
Oh. I'll drop
Jarvis
by.
approached the counter.
Many thanks for your work, Martin. Impeccable, as always.
I will total the bill and leave it on your desk, Mr. Banks.
Jarvis turned to Cody.
Perhaps we should dine before returning to my home.
I could go for some food.
Jarvis chuckled as they picked up the shopping bags.
Fine, we shall go for some food, then.
Cody admired the extravagance around him.
This is such a spiffy place.
Oh no, this establishment is barely middle class. You have to make reservations early morning to dine in one of the more upscale venues.
Cody peered over the menu, but the fancy scrolling script made it difficult to read most of the food choices. One of the items made him exclaim.
Rabbit?
Jarvis rolled his eyes, then enunciated the syllables.
Rabbit. It is a type of cheese sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, I don't know what most of this stuff is. Just order something for us.
A moment later, a handsome waiter approached the table.
Good evening, gentlemen. Would you like to start with a wine while you wait for your ladies?
No, we would prefer beer.
Jarvis glanced over to Cody, who nodded.
2 tall ales, and there are no ladies joining us, so, for dining, 2 of the Colonel stuffed pies.
Ooh, pie.
The waiter gave a courteous nod with an ever so slight smile as he collected the menus.
I'm Patrick, if you should need to call for service.
Thank you, Patrick.
Cody grinned over at Jarvis.
He has a nice accent.
Jarvis rolled his eyes.
You shall be the death of me, Mr. Higgins.
I was wondering, with your sister, why was it so important that I be Welsh?
It's a very safe and neutral nationality. It wouldn't be good now to be, say, Spanish, because of the politics brewing.
I
Cody
see.
shook his head.
I guess things are different. We just think of ourselves as American, with different flavors.
That sounds like a rosy place where you come from.
It's not perfect, but socially, it is better.
The server returned with 2 tall steins of ale.
For you, gentlemen, dinner should be arriving shortly.
Cody blew at the frothy head of his ale, then took a sampling sip. The flavor seemed so thick and rich, with a slight berry taste.
Wow, great stuff. What brand is this?
Brand? I guess you have to say Olympia Diner, since that is where we are.
Oh, they brew it here?
Jarvis looked puzzled.
Of course, each establishment brews their own beer. How else could they serve it?
Where I'm from, large companies brew their brands of beer, then distribute it to all the shops and restaurants.
That seems like an impractical waste of transportation, and a loss of uniqueness. What would be the point of choosing Olympia Diner over Snyder's Cafe if they served the same beer?
Before Cody had a chance to reply, the server returned
Something to
with
think
2
about.
large steaming plates. On the plates, Cody saw steamed carrots in a thick glaze,
Ooh.
roasted potatoes with herbs, and some kind of large croissant.
Oh my god.
After carefully placing the plates onto the table, Patrick stood and waited. Confused, Cody kept glancing at Patrick, then at Jarvis.
Was there something else?
Jarvis finally caught on to Cody's confusion.
Mr. Higgins, it is quite all right. Patrick is merely waiting for us to sample and approve of the food.
Oh,
Cody cut into the croissant-looking thing, pleasantly surprised to see that it was just a fancy meatball Hot Pocket.
Ooh, that sounds
took a quick bite.
delicious.
Very good.
Quite.
Patrick bowed slightly.
Enjoy, sirs.
Cody tried some of the carrots as he watched Patrick scurry across the restaurant, then stand at attention near the bar.
You don't think Patrick is interesting?
Not particularly, but I gather that you do.
Well...
I'll say, if he showed interest, I wouldn't say no.
Sure, he seems nice, and not bad to look at.
Jarvis quietly ate without reply, like he was trying to ignore the topic.
So, why is it that Martin and Patrick can have first names, but I have to be Mr.?
Jarvis looked puzzled.
Because you are gentlemen, and they are mere servants. Do they not have servants in the place where you are from?
Yes, but they are equal people, just like everybody else.
Equal? How can that function if there is no distinction of classes?
Cody tried to think of a reply, but the more he pondered it, the more he realized that distinction still existed, just in a much more subtle form.
Well, I guess there still is, but not as rigid and structured.
The men continued eating in silence. When Cody's mug was nearly empty, Patrick suddenly appeared.
Would you like another ale?
Cody hesitated to answer. The alcohol content must be higher than the beer he was used to, for he already felt quite a buzz.
Maybe better not. Maybe a glass of water, if that's not too much trouble.
Patrick gave Cody a brief, hard stare, as though he felt insulted before softening into a crooked smile.
No trouble at all, sir.
Patrick scooped the empty stein from the table and disappeared. Cody felt like he barely had time to blink before a short glass of water without any ice in it appeared on the table in front of him.
Anything else?
Cody had to shake his head to clear out the slight dizziness he felt creeping up.
I'm just curious, do you earn enough to make a living with this job?
Patrick hesitated and glanced over at Jarvis before he answered.
Yes, sir. I do quite well.
Oh, that's good. I know where I'm from, people have trouble making ends meet on just restaurant wages.
Patrick smiled.
Do tell. I just recently arrived myself, within the year. Ireland, if you couldn't guess. Where are you from?
Upstate.
Jarvis threw out an answer quickly as he glared at Cody.
Right.
After a quick nod to Cody, Patrick abruptly left the table.
If you have concluded your meal, then we should depart.
The alcohol buzz was starting to subside, but Cody still felt a bit wobbly. He glanced over to the waiters standing at the bar and noticed that Patrick held a tight smile and was trying not to look at him.
Uh-oh, Patrick.
I need to sit a few more minutes before I try to walk. How much alcohol was in that beer?
Jarvis shrugged.
Standard amount, from what I know. I'm not a beverage connoisseur.
Jarvis removed a long leather wallet from his inner suit pocket. The size and style of it reminded Cody more of a checkbook. Jarvis retrieved a bill and placed it on the table. He stood as he returned the wallet to its pocket.
While you have your minute, I will find the facilities.
Left alone at the table to sip his water, Cody's gaze kept drifting over to Patrick, standing like a soldier at attention.
Were you in need of anything more, sir?
No, and my name's Cody, so you can quit with the sirs.
Patrick smiled as he scooped up the money.
Yes, Cody. Since you seem unconventional, I shall invite you to my musical set tonight. I'm
Oh.
also a pianist during the evening.
How awesome. I mean, interesting. But piano music tends to put me to sleep.
Cody is
No,
so
sir,
forward.
Cody. I play
He's so
modern,
blunt.
the new sound from Chicago, so I doubt you will nod off.
Cody stifled a sudden burp with his hand. This seemed like the kind of place where burping wasn't allowed.
Around 7 at the Red Mill. I'll even leave a token for a free drink at the door.
Maybe. It actually does sound kind of interesting.
Patrick suddenly moved away from the table. Cody turned to see Jarvis approaching.
Shall we depart now?
After leaving the restaurant, they walked quietly back to Jarvis's brownstone. Jarvis seemed to have his own buzz going. So Cody remained silent. After irritating Jarvis at dinner from his breaches of protocol, he didn't want to provoke the man further. When they reached the brownstone, Jarvis unlocked the door, then waved Cody inside. Cody kept marveling at how quiet the street was as he stepped within. The sun had barely begun to lower in the sky, yet it seemed that the city, or maybe it was still just a town, had already gone to sleep. As they entered the parlor, Cody feared another heated argument over his behavior, but instead, Jarvis let out a weary sigh as he motioned to the settee.
I have to admit, I have deeply pondered your observations of our discussion of the South. I've come to think that those points have merit.
Jarvis sat far on the other side, maintaining a safe distance.
Then you know it's true. You can't be held down unless you let yourself.
Please, Cody, don't get angry with me. I don't want to argue. Yet, I do need to try and explain some things. Can you do so in a calm and civilized manner?
All right. I don't want to argue either.
Jarvis glanced over at Cody with an unusual expression on his face that Cody couldn't read. It seemed to be, maybe, a hint of fear.
Do you still think I'm a devil?
No.
Cody watched as Jarvis looked down, meticulously studying his own hands.
Do you still want to kiss me?
Yes, even more so now, I do think. And that only makes it worse.
Worse how?
Jarvis failed to answer.
Worse because I can't be just a one-time only guy?
That's what it is.
No, you can't.
Cody forced himself to breathe evenly and not start another argument.
I don't see why that is so terrible.
Jarvis fidgeted with his hands.
Because if I kiss you once, I don't think I'll ever be able to stop kissing you.
Ooh.
And I still don't see why that is so terrible.
Cody paused to think.
Unless...
Jarvis looked up at Cody when he didn't finish.
Unless what?
Cody locked eyes with Jarvis.
Unless what you fear has nothing to do with sex at all.
Was it have
Jarvis
something to
clenched
do
his
with?
hands together until his knuckles turned white.
That's it, isn't it? You're afraid of falling in love with me.
Jarvis sat silently. A noise suddenly interrupted.
God damn it, who's knocking at the door?
Both men looked toward the front door.
Who could be calling at this late hour?
Jarvis opened the door, revealing a tall and slightly buff man.
This
dressed
music got
in a
scary.
stylish overcoat.
Well, thank heavens. When you failed to appear for dinner.
The man pushed his way into the house without waiting for an invitation.
And then I received that curt and vague post you sent. I feared something terrible had befallen you. Glad to see you are at home.
Jarvis closed the door, then motioned him into the parlor.
Mr. Cody Higgins, this is Mr. Harrison Pike, a friend of mine from the Gentleman's Club.
Harrison froze in the doorway, staring over as Cody stood and extended his hand to shake. Cody couldn't tell if the man seemed to be more enamored or jealous by his appearance.
Ah, yes. Now I see the source of distraction. Good evening, Mr. Higgins.
Just call me Cody, and good evening to you. I was beginning to think Jarvis didn't have any friends.
I wonder that myself at times. Banks does get reclusive, every now and again.
No, I don't.
Jarvis replied in quiet protest as he moved toward the front door.
Now that you have completed your inquiry and found nothing amiss, I will see you on your way, Pike.
Harrison lightly grabbed Jarvis's shoulder to stop his walking.
If only that were true, Banks. My inquiry has yet to conclude.
Harrison gave a quick glance towards Cody with a pinched expression on his face.
We are fine. Nothing is amiss.
Harrison gave Jarvis a stern look.
Really now? When I overheard a scandalous tale at the club, one in which you were cavorting about the park with a naked Greek god, I thought, surely it must be fiction.
Harrison shot another stare at Cody.
That is a major embellishment of his state of dress at the time. The accident did leave him terribly disheveled, but he was never naked.
Accident?
As his gaydar continued to ping, Cody examined Harrison, trying to size him up.
Mine's pinging too.
This guy's gonna be trouble.
Ooh, what should I say? Is being disrespectful to Jarvis.
Remove your hand from Jarvis.
And who are you to be giving orders?
I'm the man that survived a lightning strike.
Cody flexed his arms as he made a fist.
Remove the hand.
Harrison replied with cold suspicion.
Lightning? Please, do go on. I want to hear this tale.
You see, my friend Cody was arriving by coach this morning.
Jarvis continued, briefly recounting most of the event, but leaving out the detail that Cody had appeared out of nowhere. Harrison gave Cody a suspicious glare as he took on a snobby tone.
Do tell. Yet you have never made mention of this friend before. From where do you know him?
We played many games of squash while I was at Harvard.
With long showers afterward, no doubt.
Oh,
That is a bit disrespectful, Pike. Even for you.
Harrison shook his head.
Such an incredible tale. It has as many holes in it as Swiss cheese.
Cody, could you retrieve your undershirt?
On it.
Once Cody was out of the room, Jarvis approached Harrison with a lowered, harsh voice.
Why this inquisition? What are you fishing for?
The truth.
And what do you think that to be?
That you have never laid eyes on this man before this morning, and now this tart has somehow enchanted you and finagled his way into your home.
Cody returned and handed the charred shirt to Harrison.
The shirt clearly shows the trail that the lightning followed.
Harrison nodded as he looked at the burn, but his attention was quickly drawn to the modern silkscreen letters.
Yes, clearly.
Cody watched as Harrison examined the letters, then flicked his finger over the manufacturer's tag sewn into the neck.
So, that should address your concerns.
Yes, it does clarify some things.
Harrison glanced from Jarvis to Cody, then back to Jarvis.
Yet I still think that this long-lost friend yarn you're spinning smells of sheep shit.
Oh?
I find it quite peculiar that you have not once ever mentioned this chap to me, nor his impending visit.
A major oversight on my part, most assuredly.
Harrison looked over Cody again and smiled slightly.
Yes. Well, I shall leave you to the rest of your evening. Whenever you do decide to be forthcoming, come find me.
Jarvis tried to look innocent.
What do you mean?
Harrison gave him a tight smile before walking to the door.
I shall go. Pleasant evening to you. Thanks.
After Jarvis bolted the door behind Harrison, he let out a heavy sigh.
I hope that is the end of his inquiries.
Probably not. He seemed very suspicious.
Yes, well, maybe we should craft a better story.
Cody nodded.
Give me my shirt back and I will hide it again.
Jarvis's eyes went wide.
I thought he returned it to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, I guess he's got a souvenir now.
Jarvis blanched.
Oh no. It's much worse than that. So many things about the shirt declare that it doesn't belong in this time.
Cody remembered the way Harrison had played with the neck tag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Hopefully it's all trivial though. What can he really do with it?
Yes, another hope for the pile.
I'll just have to deal with it if something happens.
Jarvis and Cody returned to the settee.
So who is Harrison? He was giving off some jealous boyfriend vibes, but you said you don't have one.
Jarvis sat back with a sigh.
We do occasionally pleasure each other, but calling him boyfriend is magnifying the situation.
Jarvis paused.
Yes, I too sensed a bit of jealousy.
Oh, he's just a butt buddy then.
Jarvis bristled.
We have never done such things.
Then what have you done?
That's what I'm saying. What was y'all doing?
Mutual masturbation in the club showers. After squash or swimming.
How often?
Tell us the details. Oh, 3 times a week?
So let me see if I've got the picture. You two work out, have handsies in the shower, then eat dinner 3 times a week?
Jarvis nodded.
For how long has it been happening?
4 years.
That's your man.
Wow, 4 years? I think you guys are definitely sitting in boyfriend territory.
Exactly, that's what I just said.
No, he can't be. He is engaged to Elizabeth Sandpiper.
Why is that her last
Cody
name?
laughed.
That don't mean shit.
It sure doesn't.
Jarvis frowned in denial before softening.
Maybe so. The engagement has gone on for over 3 years, and they still haven't set a wedding date.
But all he wants is the handsy?
He has invited me to the mansion many a time to explore further, but I have declined.
Uh-oh.
Mansion?
Yes, the Pike estate is quite extensive.
While Cody shook his head in disbelief, Jarvis let out a frustrated sigh.
Let us return to our previous discussion.
Not yet. This is too juicy, dude.
I was about to say, tell us more.
So, you've got the smoking hot, rich boy bachelor inviting you home to his mansion? Why say no?
Because with Harrison, there are always strings attached. In business or personal.
Oh, so you don't trust him?
Jarvis nodded.
Not entirely. And the situation with Elizabeth leaves me uneasy.
Jarvis shook his head.
May we now change the subject, please?
Alright. Well, before all this, I was in the middle of saying that you're afraid of falling in love with me.
Jarvis looked back down to his hands.
You are, aren't you?
Jarvis shrugged as he hesitated.
You. It. Everything has already been utterly tossed upside down, and you continue to bewitch me.
One word jumped out at Cody.
Bewitch?
Already? You've already fallen in love with me?
Already.
Jarvis scowled.
I'm supposed to be an enlightened, irrational man. Such events shouldn't happen.
Trust me, they happen. Even where I'm from. No matter how knowledgeable or rational mankind tries to be, the very bottom line of it all is that we are emotional animals. To deny that only leads to problems.
I see. Not much consolation if even the future fails to be rational.
Jarvis looked pleadingly at Cody. The question of, is Cody in love with him as well, etched on his face.
I wish.
Cody stalled when he started feeling like a total shithead. He had pushed so hard for Jarvis to consider thinking about relationships, without ever considering the possible consequences that it could lead to.
I mean, right now I'm feeling completely overwhelmed with trying to adjust to absolutely everything being so foreign.
Jarvis's expression collapsed into sadness.
You don't reciprocate?
Oh, he sounded so sad. He sat back on the couch a moment and pondered, recalling the popular song he heard earlier during his workout. Oh.
You draw out maps while I chase the wind. You build up slow, I just blow right in. You talk in facts as I feel the breeze. You stand so still as I'm climbing trees.
Ooh.
So now I'm thinking, what if this works? You with your quiet, me with my quirks. You see the plan, I have the spark. You read the charts, I see the stars.
So is this Cody singing? Oh, then we went to dubstep.
You waited and tested while I crashed and burned. You counted the steps that I never learned. You're black and white, I'm a neon mess. You hold it all in, but I just confess. Oh, but I keep thinking, what if together we fit? You with your karma, me with my grit. You see the plan, I have the spark. You study the charts, I watch the stars. I don't fit your logic, you don't fit my storm. But maybe our chaos can keep both of us warm. You and your map, me and my fun. Together, it feels like we've just begun. Yeah, I keep on thinking, what if we make it real? You with the compass and me at the wheel. You craft the
Oh, I didn't click anything. It just cut off. I have to admit, I kind of feel that. I mean, I didn't say that. I kind of feel that.
I kind of do reciprocate.
I see. In that case, how do we proceed?
I don't know. I guess, before we do anything else, we need to deal with your thing with Harrison.
Of course.
I need to have a conversation with him.
Where is this mansion? I should have some words with him.
Are you certain? going alone may not be the wisest choice.
If both of us show up, he might feel like we're ganging up on him. I think it will be smoother if it's just me.
Perhaps you are right. I assume you have had more experience with this sort of situation.
Not exactly the situation, but I've had breakups before.
Then I shall trust you to resolve it.
In that case, Jarvis moved near the stairs.
I shall go up to my table and scribble a map so you can find your way around town.
Cody nestled back into the settee for a few moments, until he nearly fell asleep in the hushed quiet. He got up and followed Jarvis upstairs. Cody found Jarvis in his bedroom, working at a huge drafting table.
Nice setup.
Cody peered over Jarvis's shoulder to see what he was drawing.
Wow, it has so much detail. I was expecting a few boxes scribbled onto a napkin.
Jarvis huffed as he moved the ruler.
I am a skilled draftsman. Such low quality is beneath me.
Right.
So far, I have labeled my home and a few points of interest, including the cobbler, whom you should visit tomorrow while I work.
Okay.
Looks good so far.
Any other places you would like highlighted?
Where is the red mill?
That is the older industrial area by the river. Why an interest in that place?
I heard they had music there. That's where Patrick plays, what he calls modern Chicago.
Right. I've heard they reopened as a venue, but for good music, visit the symphony and the town hall.
You don't like modern music?
Jarvis shook his head.
Far too much noise. I will stick to classics.
Out of curiosity, what is the Chicago sound?
Jarvis rolled his eyes.
They've taken to stuffing rags and newspapers under the piano strings to change the tone. Quite a travesty.
Cody thought back in music history. What Jarvis described must be the beginnings of a particular musical style.
Coolness. I could be down for some ragtime.
You know of it?
Of course. It's still around in the future.
Jarvis sighed and rolled his eyes.
I guess there's no accounting for taste.
Cody chuckled.
Then you'll just love the next decade, when jazz hits the scene.
Oh.
The name alone makes me cringe. Any other map spots?
Let me look. Yes, you got Harrison's Mansion, these other places you mentioned. Oh, why the old livery?
That has been converted to a machine shop, where some of us do our tinkering on Saturdays.
Right, okay. The only thing I don't see is Noah's Nook.
Jarvis nearly coughed up a hairball.
That place! You have been in town less than a day, and you already sniffed out the most vile, seediest pub in town.
What can I say? We a freak. Oh, I
Where
did?
did you even hear of it?
Jarvis got a disgusted look.
I should have guessed. You would be well advised to avoid him and that place. Excellent seamstress, but terrible lifestyle.
Jarvis neglected to mark anything. Jarvis removed the clips securing the paper to the drafting table, then handed the map to Cody.
This will at least get you through the day tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It's barely 6:30 p.m. Plenty of time to explore tonight.
Which means that it is nearly 7 p.m., when most people are home and tucked in bed.
Aren't you exaggerating? Patrick said he doesn't even start playing until 7 p.m.
Most respectable people are.
Cody gave a slight pout.
You're no fun.
But I am well rested.
Jarvis gave a slight smile to show he was trying to be humorous.
Well, it's much too early for me to turn in. I want to go check out the Red Mill. Come with me. It's always more fun with a group.
Although your company is tempting, I would rather not. I would prefer the symphony this weekend.
Suit yourself. I'm going.
Jarvis reached into his pocket to retrieve his wallet.
Let me give you $1, since yours are useless.
Only one?
How much are you planning to drink?
What if I have to take a cab? I mean, carriage.
If you take a carriage, it will cost $0.10, and drinks are a nickel. $1 should be plenty for the evening.
Oh my gosh, I wish.
Oh, right. Things are cheap here.
How much would it cost in the future?
Well, for an evening out, you'd want at least $50 if you're not getting dinner. That adds a lot more.
Jarvis turned pale.
I see. That is more than a month's salary for most people. Well, $1 is all that you will need.
Jarvis retrieved a large house key and handed it to Cody.
Enjoy your evening.
After taking a moment to check his hair in the powder room, Cody stepped out onto the street, then locked the door. As Cody held the map, his concerns over Harrison began to nag at him again.
Maybe I should visit the Pike Estate instead. But I did sort of promise Patrick I would visit the Red Mill.
Game Help. To access the map features, click on available locations to visit there. Clicking on the Waldenburg logo will return you.
All right, so guys, I think that's where we're going to end this gameplay today. This is definitely going to be a series. This is too good to, this is too good to quit. But yeah, so far, very strong impressions. This was sent to me from the creator Jackson. He is a writer. He does have books out. All I have to say is if his books are anything like this, I need to get to reading because this is really good. I will say the way the AI art is used, it does look, I don't want to say it looks cheap, but there are parts where it looks a little jank. So I would say in the future, find a better workaround with the artwork you're using. Especially if you can't, if it's a situation where you can't afford an artist or something like that. But oh my gosh, it's written so well, and it's voice acting, and the voice acting is good. I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, that's all for now, guys. Until next time, see ya.
Pajama Ken is back again.